Hi, this is Brandon from Precision Defensive Solutions in Twinsburg, Ohio. Sorry we have not posted anything in a while, but Mike took a new job and moved to Florida, and things have been busy around here. We are going to be taking a new approach to our YouTube presence and hope you will like the content that is to come. We are going to be addressing certain topics that may or may not be very popular. Keep in mind the opinions are not to be offensive to anyone, just thought-provoking. We are going to start on what I consider to be the misuse of the word tactical. I think a lot of people think that tactical is a style or a look. However, when in reality it is a mindset and a function. Now, what do I mean by a look? A look is on how you dress every day. Not when you go out to a range day or you're out training, but every day how you dress. Now, an untucked shirt and jeans, that's pretty common. You see that on a regular basis. It's not going to raise any eyebrows or draw any unneeded attention to yourself because so many people dress that way, especially in casual situations. It's when we get into people that are wearing the 511 pants or other uniform style pants all the time, or military style boots or a combination thereof. Sometimes people's haircuts with military style haircuts or shaved heads will also draw a certain type of attention depending on the people's dress and the combination thereof. The type of tattoos people have also can draw attention. Now, military or law enforcement inspired tattoos, those are more than likely guys that have earned the right to have those tattoos. They have served, they're either combat vets or longtime law enforcement. You know, that's to be expected. However, guys that have extreme tattoos that are promoting the Second Amendment can give the wrong impression of the kind of person they are. Now, with that said, a lot of these people are very patriotic. They're very pro-Constitution and some of the best people that you'd ever want to meet. But the way they look or the image they're giving gives the wrong impression of the kind of person they are. Now, what does tactical mean? Mindset is number one. First part of a good mindset is being aware of your surroundings. Watching for indicators of potential problems, of whether somebody is going to attack someone or they're looking to rob a store or whatever that may be. When things like that happen, they will unconsciously do things that are going to trigger that something's up. And if you're watching for it, you can catch it. Knowing your surroundings also is a big key. Looking for escape routes and exits and such well before anything happens. And more than likely, when you're that aware, you won't ever have to use those. Being aware can allow you to avoid the confrontation also, and thinking outside the box. When we look at our special operations teams, yes, they have a mission, but not everything goes as planned, and they have to think outside the box quickly. That's one of the reasons why their operations work so well. The other part of being tactical is the function. So we have to look at the defensive tools that we carry every day. Okay, so if we carry a knife, where is our knife? How do we use our knife? What type of knife are we carrying? Are we carrying pepper spray or a stun gun as a non-lethal tool? Of course, if you're a concealed carry holder or you live in a state that is constitutional carry and you're carrying your gun every day, that is absolutely one of the tools that you have on your person. Are you carrying a flashlight? Doesn't have to be a super huge D-cell mag light, but just a little pocket LED light, and a lot of them are coming out that are extremely bright and will definitely light up things that you need. Are you carrying your cell phone? If you're carrying a gun, you better be carrying a cell phone. If you get into a situation, that cell phone can mean the difference between somebody living and dying, because you may be the guy to have to call 911. And if you don't have your phone, well, guess what? Also keep in mind that, cell phones that don't have service still call are able to call 911 and connect to 911. So maybe it wouldn't hurt to carry a cell phone, an old cell phone that doesn't have service, just as a backup. Now, how do you have your stuff set up? Is it accessible to you? Is it easy to use? Do you carry it in the same way every day? And are you training with your setup? Because if you go out to training classes and you wear a big range belt and plate carrier and everything, you don't wear those things as a concealed carry holder every day. So if you're not training with what you carry and how you carry it every day, it's not going to be as effective as it could be. So when you go to classes, train with your current setup that you carry on a daily basis. Now, do you have a less lethal option? Like I said, do you carry pepper spray or a stun gun or a taser or whatever as a less lethal option for self-defense? If not, have you ever thought about carrying one of these options? May not hurt, because not all situations dictate instant go to the gun so that you now make a non-lethal encounter a lethal encounter. Okay? What are your empty hand skills like? If somebody's really up close, you need to be able to have some empty hand skills to create distance. Or if you get taken down, how do you fight on the ground? Okay? Now, a lot of people don't even think about that. So, do you have any empty hands training at all? If you don't, start thinking about it. There are a lot of good options out there. Okay? Most people think when they get into self-defense that they instantly think of karate. The unfortunate part is, in modern day, it has become, for a lot of people, to think of karate as a kiddie thing. Traditional karate, when it is taught properly, is extremely effective and extremely violent. Okay? It is as effective as Krav Maga is. Only difference is, most of the time, most karate dojos don't teach the same mindset. That's what sets the two apart. Okay, so Krav Maga is a very popular option to go to because it covers so many bases. Empty hand to empty hand to weapon, weapon to weapon, ground defense, all that. But good traditional karate dojos should be covering these things also. A lot of people also are really big into the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is great as long as you get a school that and an instructor that doesn't cover just ground defense or ground attacks, but covers standing and moving and functions like that. And I know there are some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu schools that teach that. Keeping in mind that a good martial art is a very personal choice of what works for you. Not every style is going to work specifically for you, nor is it going to be a good choice for you. So if it's not comfortable for you, move on to another one and find something. Okay. Looking tactical, or what they call tactical anymore. And why shouldn't you? Number one, think about the public image. Okay. In today's society, gun owners are kind of made to be the villain and the bad guy in the public eye through the media and whatnot. When most of the time, gun owners are some of the most decent people that you've ever wanted to meet. But however, because of these negative reports, a lot of people think that all gun owners are these crazed militia guys. That's not the case at all. We should want the public to feel like legal gun owners are people they can trust, and leave them with that image. Leave them with a very positive image of the gun community. Don't give them a reason to have fear of gun owners. Another reason why it's not a good idea is drawing negative attention to yourself. In a bad situation, use the element of surprise to your advantage by looking inconspicuous. So what do I mean by that? If you're in the local subway, and I'm using that because so many of them have been robbed lately, and some guy comes in to rob that subway, and you're standing there and you're looking like you're some kind of SWAT operator, or you're a police officer or military guy or whatever, and it gives that person an impression that you have a gun, they may shoot you just to get you out of the way, because they may see you before you see them, and now you got a problem. But if you look like the average Joe, even though you may have your gun on you, then it gives you the advantage. So in the end, stop trying to look so tactical and start thinking and acting tactically. Make it a lifestyle change. Think that way, act that way, don't look that way. I hope this helps and gives you some thoughts. Train hard and be safe. We'll see you next.